Good morning. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. Rose Ward, stampersdelight.com. However, today we are scrapbooking. We are going to be doing part 6 of the girls' road trip, and I hope this is helping you get your pictures in order and starting scrapbooking or getting back into scrapbooking. Just a couple of reminders. You can get scrapbooking and stamping items at the stampersdelightshop.com, like the new scrapbooking mug, which I'm drinking out of right now. Also, just to remind everybody, my Funfold online class is with the upcoming LATTE Love. All the links are below to check them out. Don't forget to sign up for my newsletter, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and follow me on Facebook. Okay, we're going to get started. So today I'm using as my background this online exclusive paper. And I have the name of it right here. Of course, I left it over on the other desk. It is called Delightful Florals. So what I found on the back side of that is just some beautiful colors that I could use for my background. So that's what I'm going to be using. And one of the backgrounds are also from our celebration items, Flight and Airy. And again, it's that kind of just brushed kind of color look. Okay, let me get situated here. So we went, let's just bring these in, on that cross-country trip. We started at New York, New Jersey, and North Carolina. That's where we're all from. We got to Tennessee. Hopefully you saw the other parts. You can go back and watch those on YouTube. We got to Nashville. So this was a trip for us 4 girls to bring my husband's car to my son and daughter-in-law. And these are the ones from the past weeks that I've done. Of course, we went to Memphis. And we went to Beale Street. That was Graceland. Here's some of the signs that we passed along the way. New Mexico. Are you from any of these states? Then we went to the Grand Canyon. I have put some memorabilia on there. Next week I will be finishing the whole book, and I will be going back and adding more. Again, that's how I start with my scrapbooks. I'm not sure where I want to put maybe the memorabilia or my journaling. So I start with the pictures. Of course, this is Sedona. I did some journaling on some of it, but then I go back and finish it off. Vegas. Spent a few days in Vegas. Got to see Lady Gaga in her jazz piano concert. And then our last stop, bringing the car to my kids, was California. So here is the first one I'm going to do. So this is pictures of us when we hit California and Burbank. That's where we stayed. So I have the pictures kind of laid out. And I'm going to start with this one. Take those 3 pictures. And then here is that background paper I mentioned. And I'm going to grab the same coordinating paper, which is the Fresh Freesia. You've seen me do this. I'm just trimming off a little bit on the edges. Designer Series paper works great for backgrounds. I just like to add the cardstock, the 12 by 12 cardstock on there. It gives it a little more stability. So I'm going to do this second one too at the same time. So we spent 3 days in Vegas, 3 days in California, overnight at the Grand Canyon, overnight in New Mexico. The rest of the time, in Nashville. We spent 2.5 days in Nashville. Everyone says, oh my gosh, that trip looks amazing. You must have had a great month. We did this all in 12 days. Yeah, we're a little crazy. We always have been. Okay, so I am going to grab my stamp and seal. So that's the opposite side of this paper. I'm probably going to have to change this. So this is the opposite side of that paper, which is absolutely gorgeous and has a matching stamp set. It's an online exclusive. You can go online under my page and order that. I'm just going to add this right here. So it's very subtle, just to give it a little stability. And you can see I'm using Stamp and Seal. Only need to use a little bit. Let's add that one right on there. Okay, so now I have my 2 pages for that. So this is when we got to Burbank. And we stayed at the Hotel Burbank. Very nice place, by the way, if you need a place to stay out in Burbank. So I am going to add those pictures right there. This one I think I'm going to trim off a little bit. I don't need all that sidewalk. I might even change these up a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm going to use this one instead here, because these were all out front of the hotel when we got there. I'm not even going to mat these. Matting is optional. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Remember what I always say, it's all about the memories. Just get those pictures onto paper. I'm going to add that one right there. I hate taking selfies. What about you? I critique myself too much. I'm going to add this one right here. I do have something for that spot. But let's bring these in. This was when we got there, and this was that evening when my son came to join us at the hotel for a drink. They have this cute little setup where you're inside the hotel where you can sit and have your picture taken. California dreamin'. So I'm going to add those right there. I'd love to know what you thought of my scrapbook journey. Not just my pictures or our journey, but did you like getting back into scrapbooking, or is it making you want to scrapbook? I know a lot of people go, oh, I have so many pictures to scrapbook, and so do I. Don't go backwards, go forwards. Start with the ones now. So I'm just going to add that one right here. So this is my 2-page layout. I'm going to pull this down a little bit so you can see, and you'll see my messy desk. So you can see the 2 pages. So this is when we first got there, and I am going to add some letters. I'll be doing a lot more of this when I finish it up next week, but this is from our mini alphabet dies. You can see some of them are still on there with the adhesive sheets. What I like about these dies is that I can get multiple letters all cut out at the same time. Love those dies. So these have the adhesive sheets on it, and I'm just going to peel those off. And start my letters. So we'll do C. You can also use a ruler if you want to get it straight. I a lot of times do off-centered, so I don't have to do it straight. This one doesn't have the adhesive sheets on it, so I am going to just add a little liquid glue. And I am using my glue press from My Sweet Petunia. That link is below also. I like to use liquid glue sometimes, but I kind of shied away from it because I was a messy glue person, liquid glue person. But since I got that press, I'm so much better at it. Let's see, does this one have the backing? Yes, this one has the backing. This was an amazing trip. I can't believe we did it years ago, like 40 years ago. We used to take trips all the time. Cruises, go to Florida, us 4 girls. 10 years ago, we decided to do a girls' trip because we hadn't done one in so many years. You know, get married, have kids, life gets in the way. So we went to Disney for a week. And we said that we were going to do this every couple of years. Well, it took us 10 years to do it again. After my husband's passing, my girlfriend Patty said, well, why don't we drive the car? Because my husband left the car to my son. And this is my friend Patty right here. She said, let's do a road trip. And we all said yes without thinking about how far that trip is. But it was an amazing trip. I think everybody should do it at least one time. Okay, so that's my first page. There's my second. Now, I'm not putting anything on here yet. This is when we first get to Cali. We did a little sightseeing, so I'm going to bring those in. And again, using that beautiful paper. Let me grab these pictures out of the way here. Using the back side of that paper and some blue background. I'm going to do the same thing with these 2 pieces. And you can see this is the Flight and Airy paper, which is a celebration item. I hated to cover up that beautiful paper, but I wanted this blue area here. So, do a little trimming, just a little bit. I'd love to see your comments, what you liked, what you think of Scrapbook Sunday, and if you'd like to see more. So leave me a comment below. And also if it's your first time watching me. You can see I'm not real fussy about if it's perfect. It's not about perfect. All right, I'm going to bring in my blueberry bushel. And let me just show you how this glue press works if you want to use something like that rather than stamp and seal. Now, I'm not getting too close to the edges. It's all good. It's going in page protectors when I'm done. The good thing about liquid glue is that you can move it around until it dries. And it does dry clear. And also, it does come with a pre-filled container of liquid glue and then an empty one so you can refill it with your Tombow. Okay, trying to get this right here. All right, just a little bit of blue showing. Let's do the same thing. Again, I'm going to use the liquid glue this time just to show you. Whoop, went off there. See what I mean about being messy? Not a worry. Just wipe it off. All right, let's get this one on there. All right, so now I have 2 pages there. So the first thing we did was we went to Santa Monica. I'm not going to put the lettering here because it says Santa Monica Pier. And I am going to add those pictures. Again, not sure exactly where I'm putting them yet, so I'm just playing. This one actually might go here. So I'm going to add these 3 right here. add that straight. Santa Monica Pier. Quick and easy. There's the first one. Bring in that second page, and I'm going to add a couple more. So of course, anytime you go near an ocean, I don't know where this came from, but we have to put our feet in the ocean. And then there's another one of my friends, Barbara and Patty. They're sisters. And then this was Venice Beach. You can see the big V back there, but I'm adding it to this page because I didn't really take, well, I took quite a few pictures at Venice Beach, but I'm just grabbing the ones that are going to make me remember that unbelievable trip. I think I'm going to put that up there and do this. Leaving a lot of room for journaling, which, again, that's the last part next week. Just going to add that one right there like that. So we have the Santa Monica Pier sightseeing that day, and then from Santa Monica Pier, we also went to Venice Beach. Bringing in Coastal Cabana, and again with that beautiful paper. The next day was a big day, fun-filled, very busy. Grabbing these. I'm just going to do both at the same time. Yes, you can. Our paper trimmer is great for that. So I'm just going to go in here. Trim about 1/8 of an inch off. I'm throwing these scraps on my floor. I'll get those later. Bringing these papers in. Again, this is from that floral paper. I didn't want too much busyness on the background paper to take away from my pictures. So let me know if you'd like to see more scrapbooking. It's Scrapbook Sunday. That is what tells me which videos to do or lives to do based on your comments and views. So if you'd like to see more scrapbooking, comment below. Even if you're not a scrapbooker, I think, you know, gives you ideas. Okay, there we go. Okay, so on the first page, that morning, we did Rodeo Drive. So this picture right here, it says Rodeo Drive right there, another selfie. And these are banners that they had there. You can read it. It says Rodeo Drive there also. And then Tiffany's. Now, I did cut off Tiffany's name there, but I'm leaving it so that you can see it and that I can see it. I'm just going to add those pictures right there. All it takes is one photograph to bring you right back to that moment, right? It's like a song. You hear a song and you're right back where you were when that song came out. And that's the same thing with pictures. I'm not sure what that little black thing was, but Rodeo Drive. It was fantastic. Just going into the stores. I mean, not that we bought anything. I've been to California, of course, several times because my son and daughter-in-law live out there, but I never went to Rodeo Drive, so that was a fun day. That's the start of our adventure at Rodeo Drive. And then we're going to bring in a couple other pictures here. Again, some more from Rodeo Drive, and then we went to Hollywood Walk of Fame and the Grauman Theater, although it's not called the Grauman Theater anymore. I think I'm going to change this. Let's see. I have one more picture here. You can see that long staircase. And I kind of want to get these in there. I think I'll do it this way. Maybe cut this down. I'll take that one out. Put this one in because it's more of a close-up of me and Patty. And then Patty and Barbara, the sisters, we're just going to cut a little bit of this off so I can make it fit on that page. I don't want to do another page. I just want them on that beautiful staircase. So I'm going to do this. Put that one straight. It was so hot that day. We really didn't stay long at Hollywood Walk of Fame. We ended up stopping somewhere to eat to get cooled off. I'm going to change that. Okay, I'm not going to glue that down yet. I'm actually going to lift this one up very gently. I'm going to put this one this way. And then add that one up there. So I can get that beautiful staircase in there. And then Hollywood Experience. Again, some of these pictures could have been a little better, but what do I say? All about the memories. All right. Whoop. It'd help if I glue that. Okay, so we have the next set, which is Rodeo Drive. And then some more of Rodeo Drive, and just a quick reminder that we went to Hollywood Walk of Fame. Sometimes it's hard to get pictures of the stars at the bottom, or, you know, on the sidewalk, because you're walking and you got to look forward instead of down. Plus, people are walking as you're taking pictures and you get people's feet and stuff in them. Okay, so that's that. Now, for the end of my project. This was the last night, and I am using some Poppy Parade, and this is also our celebration paper. Adorn Me. And I just thought this would work great because it's got the hearts on it. It's got a little bit of glitter. So I am going to go ahead and glue that down. Let's do this one first. I'm going to add that right there. I couldn't really decide which side I wanted because I like this plaid side too, but I wanted those gold foil hearts. Mainly because I am with the people that I love right here. There is the 4 of us girls and my son and daughter-in-law out to dinner that night. And of course, my Cali kids. I'm going to add that one on there. It was a great place to eat too. So I have that one. Let's just put this over here for a second. I am going to bring in my last page. Now, in my mind, sometimes I know exactly what I want to do on my first page, exactly what I want to do on my last page. But in between, not sure, as you can, see that I just went with the pictures, put them in order. But I knew this is how I wanted to end my album. Again, using the Poppy Parade and that beautiful foil paper. I'm going to add that there. And I am going to bring in the picture that I'm using, which is, hopefully you can see that, my son and daughter-in-law next to the Kia, the car that we drove 3,000 miles, and they each have a set of keys in their hand. Perfect way, I thought, to finish off my album. Now this one I am going to matte, and I'm going to matte it on black so it really stands out. Ooh, I got that pretty close. You know, I don't measure anything. There we go with that. We'll just put that right in the center here. And they now have their new car. I'm going to bring in some real red and some gold. And I'm going to bring in my heart punch. And I'm going to do a couple of punches here. So I'm going to bring in some red. Start with these two large ones. I don't need the leaves. I'll keep those red hearts right there. Then I'm going to bring in some gold foil. And I'm going to do the same thing. Whoa, they're shooting all over. I'm going to do 3 of these because I need the leaves. Okay, so let's leave those gold leaves over here for a minute. I'm going to bring in some dimensionals. Let's see if I have some large ones right here. I'm going to add a dimensional to the back of this one. And to the back of this one. Those little hearts over there. And now I'm going to bring in these leaves. Not sure if I'm going to use those here. I might use those right here. Looking at the punch, so I can see the way that they have that. These are going up this way. Well, maybe I'll put a red one right here. Okay, so let's try that. I'm going to switch to mini dimensionals for this. And then I'm going to take that little red heart. add that to the bottom. Just like that. And I think I have to live with this for a little while to see how much I like it. Let's just see if I want to do this. Oh, I kind of like that. Okay. So let's add those. Just add them right there. I want it to look a little uniformed down here, but I don't want to add too much to take away from the picture. Flip that one over and add that. So that is going to be my last page, and then next week I'm going to come back and I am going to finish it off so you'll see the total finished project, which I'll add some gems. I have some more memorabilia here. So let's take a look at this. These are the pages that I still have some work to do on. And then we have, of course, Rodeo Drive. These are the ones from today. We have Santa Monica and Venice Beach. And of course, us making it to California from New York, New Jersey, and North Carolina. So those are our pages today. Please join me next Sunday when you can see the total finished project. Until then, keep on scrapbooking, scrapbookers. Bye.